sound mind lies in a sound body. There is growing evidence that sports act as a catalyst for the development of personal and social skills among youngsters. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'll be speaking on the topic role of sports in India. The potential of sports to be considered as a career option gives rise to the question of its position and preference compared to other conventional career alternatives. Pursuing sports as a career face numerous obstacles in India, including socio-economic, linguistic, cultural, dietary habits, societal taboos, and gender bias that hinder a huge chunk of India's young aspiring population to continue their passion for sports. There is a need to reshape sports governance in India and look forward toward democratization of sports culture. Talking about the current challenges related to sports sector in India. Lack of parental push. In India, most families pressurize their children to outshine in academics and work hard towards becoming an engineer, doctor, or successful entrepreneur. The underlying feeling is that sports do not fetch a decent livelihood or make one wealthy. Social and economic inequalities have a negative impact on Indian sport. Denial of access to sports infrastructure due to poverty, concentration of stadiums, and other sports avenues only in cities, lack of encouragement to girls to participate in sports, etc., have impaired the development of a positive sports culture in the country. Also, corruption has become synonymous with sports administration in India. Whether it is most popular cricket or hockey or weightlifting, most of the sports authorities in India have come under attack due to corruption charges. Besides the involvement of politicians in the administration of sports bodies for a very long period and controversies surrounding the 2010 Commonwealth Games dented the image of sports administrators in India. Also, use of performance-enhancing drugs is still a major problem in the sports sector. India ranks first when it comes to anti-doping rule violation or the World Anti-Doping Agency's adverse analytical findings. This problem still needs to be addressed effectively despite the creation of the National Anti-Doping Agency in the country. Now, talking about the way forward, democratization of sport culture. There is a need to revive India's sports culture at the grassroots level by creating a strong framework for sports governance in India. Sport has historically taken a back seat in the Indian education system. A shift in school attitudes about sports has the potential to reshape the sporting landscape in India. The Fit India movement mentions that the schools are also allowed to include traditional and regional games in the curriculum, but making sports a mandatory component of the curriculum needs to be clarified. Also, equal push to all sports should be given. It is high time the public and private sector should come together to lift the Indian sports sector from the present deplorable situation. Extension of Justice Lodha Committee recommendation on BCCI to all other sports bodies will be right step in this direction. Promoting gender equality is also required. There is need to break down the stereotypes that continue to make women less likely to take up sporting activities. It also means promoting women's advancement as professional athletes and leaders in the sports sector. There is also a need to close the gap in investment in women's sport and promote equal economic opportunity for women and girls. BCCI's Gender Pay Parity Initiative is a good step in this direction. Also, India must invest heavily in building modern infrastructure with international best practices in sports training, sport medicine, and analysis across all sport institutions in order to become a leading sport nation. The quality of infrastructure can be scaled up to the village level, and regional centers should be made available for those who are serious at taking their sporting career to professional level.